Welcome back, everybody. I finally made it out here to Stubblefield Recreation Area. First time I've ever been out here. I'm gonna get out here in the water, see if I can figure out how to catch some fish down here today. Hopefully this place turns out to be a good place, because as far as I had to drive to get up to here, I could have just went right up the street to Huntsville State Park, which is actually one of my favorite places to fish. So hope this place works out well for me today. And I can show you guys a little bit about it up here if you're interested in coming up here with your kayaks. So let me get out here to it, and I'll get back to you guys hopefully catching some fish. So I came out from where I put the kayak in and went left under the bridge and came straight up here north and gave you guys a little bit of a tour of what it looks like up here. I don't know how far back up in there it goes. I'm not going to go all the way up in there. I'm going to fish some right here on some of these lily pads like this. And then I'm going to turn around and go back down under the bridge and follow the creek channel to the left down to that flat down there and see what that looks like in that area. So hopefully we can get some fish up here. If not, maybe you guys can get an idea what this place looks like. This north section here was all about 13 foot deep till I got up to about this spot, which you can't see the bridge behind me anymore, but it was all about 13 feet and it dropped off to 7 about right here, and then it goes way up in there according to the map, but I'm not going to go all the way up in there like I said. So I'm going to fish right here for a minute, see if I can pick up anything, and I'm going to head back down to the other end for a little while. I only got about 3 more hours and I got to get out of here, so I really want to explore this place some before I have to leave. So I'll get back to you guys with some more fish, or if not, a little bit more exploring in Stubblefield. So I don't know if you guys were able to see that on the rear camera or not, but I flipped up in that lily pad there and hooked a decent sized fish. He looked like I tangled all up in someone else's line. Somebody's broken off there and they cut off this big long section of line and just left it there. And he had me all wrapped up in that, and he ended up getting off before I could get him out of there. But anyways, I'm gonna get back to fishing these lily pads. Hope we don't have many more of those. That was a really good fish. I'd love to have got him in to look at, but I'll keep fishing this some. So I came back down south, just crossed under the bridge. I came over here to the right side just to check this out. On the Lawrence, it shows that this is an old pond that used to be here. It's about 10 or 12 foot deep right when I first came in here, and now it's already back off to about 5 foot. And I see some lily pads up here in front of me. I'm gonna ease up on those lily pads and see how deep they are. Maybe flip into them a couple times. But I won't stay in here real long. I'll circle back around. I'm gonna go down the creek channel the other way and check that out and see what it's all about. But I really want to get out there into that flat and see what that looks like before I have to get out here today. So I'll fish around here for a little bit and see if I can come up with anything out here. So I started working these lily pads, a place I really think would be a good spot to set and work. I really didn't work those on the way out this morning. I was running out trying to get out there to those big flats and see what they were all about. He's a very little guy, but I'd be willing to bet if you were to work those lily pads, there's fish in those. Another little guy. But yeah, that's what I figured. You'd work these lily pads. I'd be working these lily pads if I ever come here, because that's where the fish are going to be. He's teeny tiny, but he's pretty fun. I love catching those guys because they just hammer the bait. They're not subtle at all. They'll thump on it pretty hard. That's pretty fun for me. So I just hooked into another one in the lily pads. I actually went to my little crawl bait instead of the Cinco just to see if I could get a little bit bigger one. And I had two of them chase it up to the boat. Literally chase it right up to the boat. This guy's the best one I've caught all day long. "17.5 inches long. So yeah, I'm gonna keep on in these lily pads. Seems like that's where the fish are up here in this place. I was catching them on the worm, and then I broke out the crawl. Where's my crawl at? I started flipping that in there, and that's the second one I had chasing, so I'm gonna keep throwing those for a little while and see if I can have any luck with those. Well, I finally made it out of that creek channel, and I'm out here in this big flat. I seen a little spot on the map where this creek goes out and gets really close to the bank. I'm gonna try to paddle over there. I probably won't be able to use my pedals, but I'm gonna try to paddle over there and throw my square bill along that bank some where it drops off into the creek since this wind's blowing, and see if I can pick up any over there. So I was throwing a little crankbait around. Caught me one here. See if I can get him out without hooking myself. First cast with the crankbait I caught him actually. Nothing special. But a nice little fish anyways. 15.5 inches long, just like most everything else I've caught on Conroe lately. Just hooked up on my second one, probably about the same size as the other ones, but right along this same bank here. He's probably going to be around that same size as all the ones we've been catching, but it's the only bait I've seen anywhere out here. So, I mean, it's always true. Follow the bait, you'll find the fish. So yeah, another one of those. I'd be willing to bet 15.5 inches long. Yep, right on the money, man. There's a lot of 15.5 inch long fish out here on this lake. I'll keep catching them though. You know, if that's what's here to catch, I'll catch 15.5 inchers and I'll enjoy it. So I just caught those 2 fish with the square bill and had to paddle my way back all the way across that flat. It's about 200 or 300 yards across that flat where it's only about a foot deep and there's stumps everywhere, so I couldn't pedal any. So I paddled my way all the way back across there and was heading back up in the creek channel to hit some of those lily pads that I saw on the way out. But I just saw this great spot, I guess at the end of the creek channel. If you were to hang a right, let me show you what that looks like. So all out across there, there's a bunch of brush along that shoreline. I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna hit that brush and flip into some of that stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna head straight over there and pitch into that brush for a little while and see if I have any luck over there. Well, not what I came here to catch. I caught it anyways. Come here, buddy. I was afraid that's what I was seeing in here. I'd seen some movement around in here. Jeez, he ain't gonna shake off either, is he? Come on. He hammered it though. Jeez. It's flipping into that stuff. This bad boy just hammered it. They're all over the place out here. I was afraid that's what it was in here. Well, he was a fun fight. Not what I came looking for, but he was a fun fight. Well, I made it back in off the water. I'm all loaded up and getting ready to head to the house. Got a long ride to get back home, but pretty interesting place. I'd like to come back, but it's a place that I definitely think if I come back, I'm gonna have to come here and fish all day long. Not one of these trips where I come up here and I got about 3 hours. It takes so long to get out there, so long to get back. You really need a lot of time to fish this place. There's so many different places to fish. Definitely has a lot of potential. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the little tour of Stubblefield Recreation Area, and maybe you can come up here and try it with your kayak one day. It's a pretty cool place. I think there's potential for some decent fishing here. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.